So I got one more week to prepare for this fight with Ugly Joe. And I spent about a week focusing on strength, this one more week I gotta really put together a strategy for how to maximize. Usually, the fight camp is like 6 to 8 weeks, but this is amateur league, freaking celebrity slash no name nobody, so there's no real formal process to this. No press conference, no weigh-ins, none of that. Ugly Joe, if we haven't established this already, is pretty much a virtual reality character, and he really doesn't have a day-to-day life or anything. He lives in there, and that's all he does, so all this is really me just setting goals for myself. It's me just trying to get somewhere for myself. That's what it all comes down to. Anyway, I fought him, he beat me. I figured I'd train for a few weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but what it all comes down to is we're going on vacation next weekend. I know that all my training is going to get wrecked on vacation, so I'm trying to get this fight in before I lose all my gains. You know what I mean? Like, for real, it's going to be dessert every day, laying around, doing nothing. I mean, it is Colorado, so we're going to be like hiking and all that, but it's nothing compared to what I've been doing lately. Like the push-ups every day, I'm not going to keep that up on vacation. So I'm trying to get a fight in with Ugly Joe before all that. Like, I'm not wasting all this, and I really want to get back in the ring with that dude, so it's now or never for this. I have a pretty good feeling that I will win if we get back in the ring, even in the state I'm in now, just with the training I've done so far, just improving strength, muscle endurance, like, watching more videos on different techniques. I'm pretty sure I can beat him just on points alone right now, but I really wanted to make a show of him and really get a knockout, because he claims he's never been knocked out or something. It seems to be that a knockdown isn't quite a knockout, even though he gets knocked down maybe 8 times a round. To his point, he didn't stay down, so it ain't a knockout. So whatever. I'm gonna knock him out this time. I want to knock him out this time. It might not happen because I don't have the training regimen. I don't have the time, because I would need a lot of endurance. I'd have a lot of volume and a lot harder punches if I'm gonna knock him out. This dude, he is all brawn, no brains, dude. Like, you're trying to knock out a pistachio. You know what I mean? Like, that thing's rattling around in there. It'd take a hammer from Thor to crush that pistachio in that noggin. So it's really hard to knock him out, is my bottom line. Anyway, I got a week. So I just wanted to talk about strategy right now. Ugly Joe, like I just mentioned, is not the best boxer. He's not the brightest freaking cucumber in the batch, or whatever you want to call it. This guy has no strategy. He's all pressure, all volume, and to his credit, he can keep it up. Like, he does not get tired, and he throws and throws and walks you down, and he takes a lot of damage doing that crap. Not a freaking career advice decision. I would not put myself in that position, but he tends to have no problem with it and is still walking around talking. So that's his game plan, whatever. That's his strength. That's it. Endurance. Oh yeah, punch power. Pretty much all his wins against me have been by knockout. Like, I just need to get caught with one combination, and it's like I'm out. It's really, I can't deny that he has power. He has power, whatever. But he can't box. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say this dude knows what he's doing whatsoever. It is all physical talent, period. And that kind of is why I have a sour taste in my mouth. If I was losing to a real boxer, I'd be like, all right, I lost. I would already just take my place. But this dude is not someone you should lose to if you consider yourself a fighter of any kind. I'm not a pro, no intentions of becoming pro, but this fool, like, you can watch YouTube and beat him, and that's what I intend to do. I'm not going to a gym to get formal training. I'm going to beat him off of YouTube, all right? I'm going to watch some videos, I'm going to get in shape, and I'm going to knock him out. And I'll knock him down as many times as it takes, but he's not going to decision with me. That's basically my goal right now. So what I want to touch on is my strategy. So I talked about his strengths, I talked about his weaknesses. So what's wrong with me? Why do I keep losing? I keep losing because number one is conditioning. Like, I'm good for 1 or 2 rounds. You might see my hands up for 1 round, but I got no protection. I got no guard. You know, he's picking me off with these overhand rights, these sweeping hooks, and it's all because my hands are down. That's it. There's really nothing technical about it. I get tired and my hands start going. He's fast. That's one of the strengths I didn't mention. He's actually pretty fast. Like, those punches for the power that's in them, they come out of nowhere. That's why you get caught and all your work is erased, because he wins the whole fight even though you knocked him down like 8 times. Who cares if you're winning on points? That's the whole thing about it. If you think you're gonna get through this on points with Ugly Joe, you're just playing a lottery. You know, I'm not trying to play the lottery on this anymore. I want to know that I'm gonna win. And the only way to know that is you know that you got enough freaking ammunition. You know, you gotta shoot back with everything he's shooting back with just more skillfully, and you'll win. That's about it. I don't care if he dies in there, I swear. Honestly, it's his fault. So that's what my faults are, is conditioning, man. I'm way out of shape. So there's some key areas. Punch endurance. You know, I got some pretty technical jabs, technical hooks. You know, I've been watching videos and that. I'm nowhere near a pro or even an amateur level on that stuff. If I went to a gym, I'd probably get better. But that's not what this is about. This is about a 40-year-old dad having fun with a VR character who is a real jerk. The whole point is getting in shape, and I feel like that's what's happened. I'm in really a lot better shape than I was. You can see the before and after pictures throughout this whole process. You can even see my form. You know, I'm improving. If I ever hit a point where I'm not improving, then I might reconsider things, but I'm improving at a pace that I'm okay with. So all you boxing snobs out there watching this in the comment section, you know, by all means, hype up my videos with your comments, you know, but I'm really doing this for me and my enjoyment, my entertainment, and if that's what this is all about. Do not watch any of this for boxing tips or to become a better boxer. It might help you become a slightly better person, but that's about all I can promise. So I feel like my form is at least way better than freaking Ugly Joe. So good form, don't have any endurance, can't do a good flurry. I barely throw combinations. That's the problem. I need to get combinations in there by increasing my punch endurance. I need to get my speed up. Like, I thought I was fast. You know how you think you're fast? You know how you think a certain way yourself till you record yourself and actually see how you operate? I'm slow, man. You know, for my size, I think I'm a good weight. I just want to be faster and slicker with my movements. And when I videotape myself, I don't look like that. I look like frickin' Deontay Wilder. His legs wobbling under him, can't balance, can't move backwards, can't slip a jab. Dude, I'm not interested. People I want to look like, alright, first of all, I admire Floyd Mayweather, but I know my limitations. Nobody looks like Floyd Mayweather because there's only one Floyd Mayweather that we've discovered. There's not many people who can box at that level and move at that level and actually have that talent at that level. So I admire him, but I'm not trying to be him. It's not my style. It's unattainable. I wouldn't even want to be like that if I could be like that. It's not my style. That hiding and running and just being good at avoiding being hit, that's cool. But I respect and admire other fighters like Canelo. That's my peeps right there. Tank Davis. See, these guys got good head movement, they got good footwork, but they put out damage. I'm a damage dealer, man. I'm not having fun if I'm not like really delivering volume and quality punches. I mean, quality over quantity. I really don't like those sluggers who are just in there throwing a bunch of punches. That's ugly Joe to me. I can't stand boxers like that. They're just throwing all, just missing and just wasting all this energy, but they got their endurance, so they just keep doing it. I have no interest in that kind of boxing or being that kind of boxer. But I like to punish boxers like that, like Ugly Joe. So I'm looking for a calculated, cool, slick moving power puncher, and that's Canelo and Tank Davis. But you see how small these people are compared to me. Like, to be able to move like that, I would have to be about 60 pounds lighter than I am right now, you know? And I don't think that that's the rule. I mean, I could be a lot faster, a lot more agile than I am. But that's going to take work. And I don't think I can achieve that in 1 week, but I think I can definitely improve. So I'm going to have to really hammer the drills in this short time period. Like, a lot of footwork work, and that's a double, kill two birds with one stone there, because I'm getting that reps on my calves and ankles and my legs by doing those footwork drills, strengthening my lower half. So I'm going to try to be as smart as possible with my time here. So got some decisions to make about how I'm going to use it, but definitely going to focus on footwork and head movement. Hardest things to learn. One of the reasons why none of you out there who are not pros are going to become pros, because you didn't start at 10 years old, and they've been doing this head movement and footwork stuff since they're like 7, 8, 10 years old. There's no point in me trying to be a pro at this age. There's some things you just can't learn in the amount of time you got. So, but I'm gonna learn enough to knock out Ugly Joe, because he's got no head movement, no freaking footwork. So I think I'm good there. Anyway, so let's talk about these things that I'm gonna fix. Like, how am I gonna fix them? Basically, it's gonna be Hell Week. I got like 6 days. I want to fight him on Saturday. It's Monday right now. I got to do double days. I got to do double days until Thursday, and then I'm going to rest for Friday and half of Saturday and fight him in the evening on Saturday. That's basically it. Double days. Beginning of the day is going to be strength, like doing my regular push-ups, abs, and then I'm going to do some kind of specialized like HIIT cardio, because that's what I got to do. That's the main things. I got to focus on technique, but I got to really improve my endurance in this short amount of time. So that's going to be some kind of extreme cardio every one of these workout days. And then when I rest, I rest. I don't do anything. So those last couple days, I'm not doing anything. So I got to kill myself these first 4 days here. So that's going to be intense bike, like high-low stuff, circuit stuff on the bike. Then I'm going to do like fast foot stuff, like get the cones out and do a bunch of footwork stuff, like high intensity, and really burn my muscles and like break in this lactic acid burn tolerance. I got to do it. And then for my arms, a lot of shadow boxing drills, like really high volume endurance stuff with the shadow boxing. And then I got to do like power shots. I got to get on the heavy bag and just really rip some power shots repetitively and really get my muscles used to throwing heavy shots. Because remember, I'm fighting the air here. Real boxers get to hit something, and it takes a certain kind of endurance to be hitting the air the entire fight. Like, I'll give myself credit there. There's no pro boxers who are hitting the air the entire fight. This is a 5-round fight. Like, if you swung at the air for even 2 rounds, I think anybody would be tired. But I'm trying to become somebody who can get 5 rounds in as if I was fighting a real person and not hitting the air the whole time. Keep my form and keep my focus, throwing power shots at the air. That's going to take some insane conditioning, you know? So how else are we going to do that? You think I'm going to hit a real heavy bag? What kind of sense does that make? I got to rip power shots on the air. So I'm basically going to hit a virtual reality heavy bag and figure out how to train my muscles to use as little power as possible, little energy as possible to deliver maximum damage. And that requires pulling punches. So that's how you fight the air. You can't just swing into the air and let your whole body go through. You got to counteract that motion. So you throw the punch, and then you got your back and your lats to go ahead and pull that punch, so you can get your hands back to throw another one, because you don't get that impact to bounce back off of it. So that's my goal, to do that without injuring myself. So the only way I could see to do that is to do that for a high volume and build up the tolerance of my tendons and my joints for that kind of stuff, you know. And that's hard on the body. You can't just jump into this untrained and fight at this level, virtual reality, the way I'm planning to. Like, some people are like, I played that game. Isn't Ugly Joe like the second dude? Like, why is this dude making a whole video and taking weeks to prepare for the second dude in a video game? There's like 10 people to fight in that game or something. And it's like, calm down, alright? Like, I get it. Some people jump on this game and they got it on the easiest setting. They don't even do the custom settings. I adjusted my game so that it would be like fighting a real person, alright? So Ugly Joe's speed, his strength, his chin, endurance, all that stuff, I set it to be a challenge for me. And right now, I've set it to a challenge that forces me to become something different. That's how I operate. I am not interested in challenges that I can overcome being the same person. I already played the game at that level and it's boring. So I've set it at a level where I have to become something different to progress. I cannot beat Ugly Joe if I don't get in shape. I've already tried at least 10 or 12 times because the game is fun and working out is not. So I keep putting on the helmet and trying to fight Ugly Joe and keep losing because I ain't changed nothing about myself. I'm still the same out of shape dude. This time, I'm going to get in shape and I'm going to prove to myself that I'm now a new person that can beat Ugly Joe, and then I'll think about the next opponent. Alright? So we're going to be hitting this hard, double days. We're going to combine strength with endurance, kill ourselves for 4 days, and then we're resting. And then we fight this dude. And we'll see what I can accomplish in just a couple weeks. That's telling for me itself. It's like, how can I transform myself in 2 weeks? I'd be interested to know. Eventually, you got to become more consistent and try to keep something up for longer than that, these short spells. So I want to see what happens this whole summer. After Ugly Joe, I'm going to be on to someone else, and we're going to do this whole summer and see what I look like, see how my fighting is improved, see what kind of person I have become. And you guys will be along for that whole journey. So, yeah. So we're going to hit this up, and we're going to see how this all turns out by the end of the week.